Right, so we start with the fiscal resident. And this is very important for you to understand. If everyone is from the UK here, you know that your fiscal year goes from April to April of the next year. So it's a break, you break the natural year. In Spain, we make it easier, and we do everything is with the natural year, from the 1st of January up to the 31st of December. This brings some problems when we are about to submit tax returns, but this is the tax office, Spanish tax office, accepts or understands this problem. When you are legal resident, doesn't necessarily mean that you are tax resident. It's two things. We would say that, or it would be better to say that before the Brexit. But now, as I said, that with the TIE, in theory, you have to live in Spain. This should not be fully valid. So, to be fiscal resident in Spain, you need to live here in this calendar year that I told you, from January up to December, at least 183 days. This is 6 months. If you are living here, or you are new buyers, you came this year, it's not so important. But what is very, very important is for those that are looking to come, or if you came in 2022, it's very important that you understand what I'm going to tell. Why? Because imagine that you were in England in January 2022, and you prepared your things, your stuff, and you came in February or March or May, doesn't matter. If you did that, if you come in May and you stay here, you are going to be more than 6 months in this country. So you are considered by our law and the normal general law with England also, you are going to be fiscal resident in this country. And this happens a lot, that imagine that you sold your property in England in June or in January or February, any time this year. I need to tell you that you have a problem. Why? Because Spain, or in Spain, in theory, you should declare that sale. You should declare capital gains and pay in Spain, in theory, what you sold when you were fiscal resident in Spain. So it's very important that maybe you are in this situation right now, but when you tell people, friends, family that are looking to come, that they need to, first, they need to sell or do anything they need to do before leaving the country. If you want to sell the property, or you are going to sell it in 2 years, do it before. If you are going to get a pension pot from your pension scheme, do it before. You will get this 25% release that you have. In Spain, you will not get anything. So anything that in England, in the UK, will not pay taxes or will get a better treatment, do it before you come. Because if you are here and you do while you are here, you will pay taxes in England. And every day I have meetings with people that they are in this trouble. They came to Spain in March, in June, and they sold the property the same year. And I need to tell them that they have to pay capital gains in Spain. Whereas in England they didn't pay because it was their main home. So this is very important, not for the ones that are already here and you are paying your taxes, but for those that are looking to come, it is. Also, for those that are here, if you sell your property in England, you have to declare. So yeah, you have to decide if it's worth it to sell it or not. When I say 183 days, it's not 183 days in a row. Could be 4 months at the beginning of the year and 2 months the rest of the year. It's not that it should be 6 months together. So if you, in any calendar year, stay more than 6 months, then you are fiscal resident here. Now, there are people that are living with the TIE here for a couple of years. After 2020, they got the TIE, and they think that they don't have to declare anything in Spain because they live less than 6 months. Be careful with that, because Spain knows everything. Yeah, that's your case.
Right. Those 383 also apply to EU citizens?
Yeah, anyone.
Okay.
Anyone that lives in Spain more than 6 months is considered fiscal resident. And in the past, the Spanish tax office they didn't care about foreigners, but they now realize that there is a big pot of money there, and they control that. They control that. I'm receiving letters, not myself, my clients are receiving letters saying, where were you in 2017 or 18? Because 2017 is already gone. In Spain, you can go back 4 years.
How do they know?
That's what I was going to say.
Passport isn't stamped.
Yes, but you probably have a house here. You have a house here.
See,
You live in that house and you spend electricity.
see,
They know it.
all year. Yeah.
They know it. They receive the information about the consumptions of electricity. You may have a car. They know you have a car. You may be registered at the town hall. That is the first thing that people say. No, you go to the town hall and so they know that. And I've seen that in written. And you are in the problem. When you receive the letter, now you need to say, no, I was not resident. It's not just saying I'm not resident. You have to prove it. And go back 4 years and prove anything in 4 years. It's difficult. Was this gentleman is saying, I don't know if it's here. Or he said that if you have a pension and you are paying your taxes in England, why, or if you have to pay taxes in Spain. And the answer is yes, you have to pay in Spain, and just in Spain, not in the UK. For people that are new in Spain, your first year, it will be like I call it a gap year of taxes. Why? Because UK will not let you go. They will not let you go and stop withholding tax. And Spain will have to declare income tax in Spain also, and you will have to pay. So what we do, and we do this a lot, for those that your first year in Spain, you pay taxes in England, then we do your tax return in Spain, you pay your taxes in Spain, and then we ask what we call a certificate of fiscal resident in Spain, a document that says that you are fiscal resident in this country. You go to the HMRC with that document, and they will refund you anything that you paid that year. In theory, like that lady, you don't have to declare in Spain or pay taxes in Spain because you don't have income. Taxes are paid in income, basically. Because one important thing also that I'm asked, anything that you got, any savings, any money, you can have 10 millions in the bank account before coming to Spain, this money is yours, and you don't pay again taxes for that. Right? Some people ask me, but if I bring the money down, do I have to pay taxes? No, the money was yours before, so and pay taxes in England or anywhere else, you don't have to pay again.
How does that affect our pension when it comes in? Is it just part of the returns and it's all good and dandy, or does you
Yeah,
pay it for a year and then we...
When you start what I would do is what I told that lady is telling the Spanish tax office or submitting your first tax return, even if it's nil.
Yeah.
If you've done that, today you can ask a certificate of fiscal resident in England. What I would do is send them to the in Spain. Send them to the HMRC, so the day you start your pension, they will not withhold any tax, or at least before you are going to get it, so they don't forget. But you're too far away still, so no worries.
Not that far.
We don't know what is going to happen.
If you're not taxed on savings, why do you need to declare them in Spain? So you've got savings in the UK.
Yeah.
Why do you need to declare that in Spain?
No, I didn't say that. I said that you don't have to pay, and that you don't have to pay any tax for the money that you made before. That's your.
So you've got to declare all of your worldwide income. You have to do.
But that's not income. That's savings. Income is pensions, salaries, dividends, interest on that money.
Dividends on those savings or interest, you have to declare that.
In Spain, yeah. Rental.
So you just declare the interest amount, not the amount of the savings.
That's it, yeah. But this is very important, and you may have heard about it. Anyone heard about the Modelo 720, the Form 720? I know you've done. Anyone that met me in these years, we've been telling about the Modelo 720. When you have savings, when you have property, when you have funds, when you have shares, in 3 different chapters. Property valued more than 50,000, or when you bought it, investments valued more than 50,000 euros, and current accounts with more than 50,000 in 3 different chapters. If you have more than that outside Spain, you have to submit a form, a very tricky form that is called Modelo 720. And this form must be declared in March after the first year that you become fiscal resident. So for those that are for the first time fiscal residents this year, 2022, you need to declare before the 31st of March of 2023. And please don't forget this thing, it's very important. In the past, it was much, much more important. You want to ask something?
We started paying tax here 3 years ago. We declared our rental income from England. We paid the accountant, we fill in the responsibility. We declared everything absolutely 100% honestly. When we went to pay it, he said, oh my God, I forgot to do the 720. The fine's 30,000 euros.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I have a lot these cases. People that forget, their accountant didn't tell, they didn't know, they didn't tell their accountant for some reason. If you missed that form to be submitted, that is informative. You don't pay anything for that. You pay the person that is dealing with it, but not any tax at all. In the past, it was huge penalties, huge, immense penalties. I will not say numbers, but much more than that I've seen. But what happened? That some smart lawyer from Spanish smart lawyers went against Spain to the European Union Court and saying that this was abusive, that these huge penalties were not equal to the rest of our tax in Spain. So it was a very, very long court case, and this year, March 2022, Spain lost, and they had to get rid of these huge penalties. And now, penalties are really soft. It could be 200 euros, 150, 300, around that, depending on what you have. But not that things that in the past were there. If anyone here were before or did submit tax return prior to 2022, in 2021 or 2020, and they missed that form, we recommend to submit it now. Because you need to declare, and what this lady is saying, that she was sending conflict information to the tax office because she was declaring her rental, her UK rental, but she didn't inform about that. And you were lucky because Spain didn't match these two things. No declaration of the 720, but you were telling that you...
I can't backtrack and lie because I paid the tax here on the rental income. I wasn't trying to hide it.
No, I'm...
I paid the tax on it, so we...
No.
No,
I'm not saying it's your fault. What I'm saying is that you were lucky in the terms that the tax office didn't match your income tax declaration that was telling, you were telling that you had a property abroad and you were renting that, but you didn't submit that form. So my advice is to declare as soon as possible to be safe, but even if you don't declare and they catch you, the penalties are going to be the same as I told you. So no big deal, but it's important that you submit that form.